Welcome, Virgo. This is your monthly focus for March 2023. So let's just dive right into the astrology. As we begin, we will talk about Mercury going into Pisces. Mercury going into Pisces on March the 2nd. So it starts, the month starts out immediately and goes the whole month. And there's so much energy, so much change to be had. It's unbelievable for collectively as well as individually. So Mercury in Pisces, and that's your seventh house. Well, this will have a lot to do with your relationships and growing relationships deeper. Maybe through how we are talking and use your imagination and be creative. Okay, tap into your heart center. Pay attention to your dreams, your instincts too. Your intuition is extremely strong. So pay attention to what your gut's telling you. If you think it's so, it probably is so. So don't second guess yourself. On the 7th, Saturn moves into your 7th house. So this is where you can, relationships, they're profound, they're grounded, they're trustworthy, they have integrity attached to them, they have commitment attached to them. And anything other than that won't do for you personally. Absolutely not. You'll also be trying to, as you go forward, there may be a harmony that you're trying to create, especially at the beginning of the month, a harmony or a beauty to come in to your environment or into your relationships. And Saturn coming in will only allow you to, whatever you're dreaming, to say, okay, if that's what you want, then let's make a plan. Let's strategize. Let's make this happen for us. Let's make it tangible. Let's make it real. Now, collectively, it's all about, and I discussed this in a glance at March 2023, but I will discuss it again here because you're one of the few signs where it doesn't really say the exact same thing almost in many ways. Collectively, it is about dreaming. Taking our potential, taking our fantasies, taking our hopes, taking our dreams, and magnifying them in front of ourselves and broadening that horizon. Okay? Because Pisces is alive right now with that manifestation kind of energy for us, especially with Saturn so close. It's our dreams can become tangible, our dreams can become real. So it's not, relationships will be highlighted for you. Building harmony and beauty will be highlighted for you. But think about your best life ever. Okay? Because Saturn comes in to help you accomplish that. Also on March the 7th, we will have a full moon in Virgo. And that's your sign. So it's about you. It's about looking at where you've been for the last year, what you've done, what you've accomplished, where you've moved forward, where you think you might have just moved laterally or maybe even just a little bit backwards. And making some new definitions of who you're going to be going forward, what you're stepping into, who you're becoming, what you have in your environment and around you, what your relationships look like, what your spirituality looks like, what your stature in the community or within the home or within the workforce, the world perhaps, how you've grown it. And this is a time to set some new goals. And you will understand as you set those new goals what stands in your way. Now, on March the 12th, talking about what might stand in your way, and nobody's talking about this. I went online thinking that, somebody would have a little bit more information that I could go on, but no. But Jupiter conjuncts Chiron, and I thought that's got to be something that only happens like once every 10 or 12 years, right? Because Jupiter's got to go all the way around to meet Chiron. And Chiron's not, fast moving, neither is Jupiter. So this brings in profound healing. Now, it could be on a philosophical level, it could be on a spiritual level. Now, for you, that is where transformation is for you. So maybe you've tried something before only to get squashed down or made fun of, or it failed in some way. Anyways, this is a scar for you. You don't want to step in that direction again because it hurt last time. It hurt a lot. And so Jupiter conjuncting Chiron can allow this healing where nothing else could. Okay, this is very powerful to expand that healing to something that is monumental in your life. And maybe you don't even see it. Maybe you kind of have to sit there and look at what serves you in your life and what you want to keep. And you'll understand what needs to be gone, what you need to rid yourself of your path, of your heart of, in order for you to really go forward. So it's a beautiful time to seek healing in our lives. And I personally would look at where I've tried to transform or where I've tried to tap into maybe a more spiritual metaphysics kind of energy, and it didn't work out, and you haven't stepped forward again because of that failure or that degress or whatever it may be for you. On March the 16th, Venus will enter Taurus. So you might fall in love with travel. Absolutely. You'll definitely fall in love with wanting to learn more, wanting to absorb more knowledge, to gain knowledge, to gain wisdom, to download knowledge and wisdom. I think you'll be kind of a little bit more in love with life and the world around you, the people around you, your environments. There'll be a sense of beauty. On the 19th, Mercury enters Aries. So, yeah, Mercury moves twice this month. Okay, everything else moves once, but Mercury moves twice. So, now Mercury goes into Aries, and we're a little bit more direct in our talk. We're definitely kind of like the pioneer. We could be more restless, more impatient. And it's a beautiful time because we don't allow those stories to replay and replay and replay in our minds. We just, we're like we're charging ahead. We're not paying attention to that stuff anymore in our minds. So it moves us forward, and Aries is the kind of energy that there is no comfort zone. Okay, it's designed to push you out of your comfort zone, to push you into new experiences. Now Mercury, it's our voice, it's our thoughts. So it's maybe thinking outside of the box, thinking past our prior limitations, expanding our horizon and what can be in our lives going forward. And for you, it's about the transformation. So it's so important that you, at mid-month, to really concentrate on healing. And it might take a little bit of soul searching to actually find out and maybe label it and identify it in your heart of where it went bad and where you haven't really stepped forward because of that. Or maybe it's constantly there. Maybe you're too aware of it, but allow that healing, because then you can, now we're talking transformation. Now we're talking, you can redefine yourself, reinvent yourself. Okay, and it all starts with your voice and your thoughts of what can be in your life. The sun moves into Aries on the 20th, and then we have the new moon in Aries on the 22nd. Now, for the last 4 or 5 months, every full moon has been at 16 degrees. This one is as well in Virgo, in your sign, which is about awakenings. It is breaking through the glass ceiling. Absolutely. It's allowing a part of our life to not be there anymore, or we eradicate it, or we dissipate it, and we move forward in new directions, new environments, new people, new experiences. So the sun in Aries. Now the new moon in Aries doesn't even make it. All the new moons have been at 1 degree. Talk about pivotal energy. it doesn't make it to 1 degree. It's like 0 degrees in 48 minutes. So it literally tries to get in the front door of Aries, and the sun is almost kind of like blocking it, and they meet in the sky. So we have this very bold, fiery energy. Okay, and it's all about your transformation. It's all about reinventing yourself. It's all about discovering who the new you is, and coming to terms with who you want to be, where you want to grow your stature, where you want to grow your connection, where you want to grow where you are of service of in the world. You'll be looking at new habits and new behaviors and new environments and maybe new workplaces, new communities, new things, capturing your mind and taking you on new journeys that you didn't even know existed until they showed up. On March the 23rd, Pluto is going to enter Aquarius. That's your 6th house. Okay, now it's only going in for a very short time, and then it's going to go in retrograde. It's going to go back in Capricorn, finish up there, finish our chapters and all the things that we have been experiencing because Pluto has been there 20 years of our life. And now it's going into Aquarius. So it's kind of like the trailer. Okay, we get a trailer of what we can expect to experience for the next couple of decades of our life when it comes to Pluto. So what is Pluto? Pluto is our power planet. That's our empowerment. That's our strength. That's us. Okay? That's our vitality. That's our energy. And Pluto goes into Aquarius. And for you, it's your 6th house. So, this is how you embrace your power. This is how you gain power. This is how you inflict power, okay? And it's health. It's well-being. It could be the mundane job, the day-to-day experiences, and having that routine and having those set things actually empowers you in some way, or you gain power over it. You gain power over your time, your resources, your energy, so that you can actually tunnel it to exactly where you need it to be in your life in order for you to go forward into successes. Your health, your well-being. If you ever wanted to transform yourself on a physical standpoint, on the exterior, this would be the time. And if you ever wanted to completely redo the inside, this is the time. So we talked a little bit about wanting to learn and grow our knowledge, right? I think you get a love for learning, so it must have been Venus moving into Taurus. And so Mars is sitting there and says, wait a minute, I want to move too. If everybody else moved, I get to move too. And on the 25th, Mars, who has been in Gemini since like September of last year, like an incredibly long extended stay. And we've gotten very comfortable to our Mars being in Gemini. And now it's going to shift. It's going to shift into Cancer. So we may find that we are very protective of the people we love, the things we love. And chances are, if we don't feel emotionally connected to something, we probably won't go forward in it. Now, for you, it has been work and career, but now it turns into people and groups of people. Collaborating, teamwork. So this could be a new business. This could be a new group of people that you are stepping into. And it won't happen like, boom, you're there. It's going to take kind of a winding approach, right? A passive approach to how it all unfolds in your life. So don't be in any great hurry. Don't try and push it, whatever's happening. Just let the transformations happen in your life and see where they lead. And trust in the transformation process for you for the month of March 2023. Okay, so we're going to shuffle the cards here. Told you there's lots. Whew. So yeah, nothing will be the same if we look back in a month. Okay. We have the King of Wands here. You're going to get kind of excited about something. You're going to want to step into it. You're going to sketch out a strategy of some sort, and it's probably going to be pretty open-ended. And that's best. So allow for that and just start doing. Don't wait until it's picture perfect and all the ducks are in a row. You don't want to kind of do that. The month of March for you is to go a little bit with the spontaneity, go a little bit with a flow to where it may be leading you. Now, the undercurrent for that is the moon. Yeah, it's our inner child. It's our sense of well-being, freedom, happiness, joy, love. All these factors have to come into play when we are looking at this passion and stepping into it. And these are all the things that are going to come alive in you because of this kind of spontaneity into trying different things out, new things out, and it could be in travel or something, and so it's yes, we want to plan, but we don't have to overdo it. We don't have to wait until everything is perfect in order to actually step into it. We can step into it and start trying it on for size. Now, our first card is the Wheel of Fortune. Pretty strong for a first card because this is a lucky energy. So expect lucky things to happen to you for the month of March. How great is that? It's your first card. So things seem to happen. See, things seem to come together. You say, as when you wake up in the morning, oh, I hope this happens for me. And then by lunchtime, you're going, I can't believe this happened to me. Okay, so it can be energy like that. So just put your affirmations out there of what you want. Okay, and get excited and have the expectation that they're going to show up because they will that way. The expectation, not the hope, not the wish, not the desire, the expectation. You're a king after all. Come on. We plan and then we go after it and then we expect it. That, what we saw, or better. And that's the only things that will work. We don't dummy down. We don't negotiate. It's got to be this or better. Wheel of Fortune. Why did I say you were the king? Oh, because that's the underlying current. I'm thinking, but I'm holding the Wheel of Fortune here. This is a 10 energy. This is about moving into new seasons, new energy, an easier energy, closing chapters of your life right now in order to move into the new experiences. And then the Hermit. Everybody's getting such powerful cards. My goodness. The Hermit shows up. So the Hermit is more concerned with the here and now. Okay, I'm here. I got here. So now that I'm here, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? The Hermit goes into the desert. He goes into the cave and he contemplates where he's at and where he wants to go. And he devises a plan. He sees the path that he must walk in order to get to where he needs to go. Now things may come up to pull him, but it's okay because we have our staff and our staff will light the way and show us where we need to go if we pay attention to it. If we pay attention to our intuition, to our wisdom. And the Eight of Swords. So your perception is going to change about something. Okay? And that might be the door that opens. You go, I didn't think that was possible. But you found out it is possible. And you're the first one in line to do it now. Okay, the Eight of Swords, all of a sudden, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Here, we take the blindfold off. We were so panicked that we were stuck, we didn't even realize that, we could just remove this blindfold. Didn't even occur to us. And so maybe you're sitting back in meditation or quiet contemplation. Maybe you're praying, talking to God, your angels, your guides, the universe, the cosmos. But your perception changes in some way that allows you to move forward in a way you didn't think was possible before. So once again, it's kind of like breaking through a glass ceiling for you. For work and career, we have the Page of Swords. Oh, okay, now we might be a little bit Don't be too spontaneous when it comes to your work, when it comes to your career right now. You need to think it over. You need to think long term, okay? Don't think about the short, okay? If I tell the boss this, then this is going to happen. And oh, yeah. Okay, but 6 months later, it's not working out so well anymore because you didn't think long term. This is a highly spiritual card, so where you need help, where you need guidance, then ask, talk to them. Pay attention to your dreams, waking and sleeping, and you'll get those little aha moments. You'll have that person just walk up to you and say something that is like, wow, do you realize what you just said to me? Kind of energy. Relationships, the devil. Okay, so if you are in a current relationship, I would think that it's kind of, there's issues that have to be talked about. There has to be a dialogue about it. Because some things, as we change as individuals, so do relationships. They grow and mature over time. Sometimes we lose the spark. Sometimes we lose the trust. Sometimes we lose the companionship or the compassion. Sometimes we lose the support. And so if you're in a relationship and there's parts of your relationship that need work, this is the time to work on them. Okay, it's about revitalizing that relationship, putting a spark into it again, bringing it alive, redefining it perhaps in some new way. Maybe the kids are leaving the nest and it's going to be you and them. And how's this going to work? I like my time. You have your time. We've never really intermingled before. The kids have always been the interference. What do we do now? Our lives revolved around them somehow. Okay, so this is a time to say, okay, so what do we have in common? What kind of new things would you like to try? Maybe we could try them together. We could find new likes, new hobbies, new things to do, new activities, new groups of people where we could be a couple. If you are single, then you know what? Give it time, but you're going to want to scratch beneath the surface of whoever this individual is sitting across from you, that you're dating, that you're seeing, that you're contemplating. Maybe I love them. Maybe I don't. And really get to the truth of, yeah, what traits they bring into the relationship, the harmony, the beauty, the love that they bring in, but more of what your expectation of what love is and how it needs to be. And I think that's more important than anything else. And then see how that person aligns with what you feel needs to be. Six of Pentacles. This is usually how you can use your spirituality in a way to enhance your success. And this is definitely giving of yourself, being of service to others, and also accepting help when it comes in for you. To say thank you for doing that. Think about it. When somebody asks you to do something for them, don't you feel kind of honored that they would think of you and ask you to be a part of their path, their problems, their challenges, and how you are the solution? Don't you feel honored in some way? So why wouldn't you allow that of a friend, a family member, and give them the recognition and honor them in some way by allowing them to come in and help you? Health and well-being. Gratitude. Gratitude about, you've got 10 fingers and 10 toes and eyes and ears and arms and fingers and legs and thoughts and a heart and lungs and a roof over your head and a strong body and food to eat. And, it's those kinds of things that you need to start being grateful for the month of March, and you'll have beautiful health. But it's time to stop taking the vessel for granted in some way and bring it front and center and be grateful for these things and work on even making yourself more empowered through a healthier lifestyle. And remember that, the next couple of decades of your life is going to be about health and well being. Absolutely. So, this is a time for you to pick your stance on, do I want to be a healthier version of me going forward? Or am I good with where I'm at and I really don't want to put my energy too much in that? Okay, and we'll talk more about that as, of course, the months turn into years. Okay, Nature's Whispers. This deck has been phenomenal for the month of March so far. So we'll see what happens here. And we have be your best self always. The 24 energy. 24 energy is about loving yourself, loving others, and growing in harmony and beauty and friendship. Be your best self always. So I will hold that card up for the next, 10 to 15 seconds while I read through. And you can do a small little meditation on the picture and see what calls out to you. Okay, there you are riding around on your seahorse. How cool is that? Check in with yourself. How are you feeling at the moment? Are you being the person you aspire to be? Remember that you determine how you feel. You are constantly choosing to feel the way you feel. It's understandable. We're all human, and there are times we don't feel 100%. You drew this card to help you to remember to access the highest level of emotions now. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Do your utmost to achieve more, love more, and be your best. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.